Doesn't mean I get to wear a shirt, but I do. At least I don't have to have the fan on.
Well, I have the fan on and the airco, and we are live. By the way, there's no one there yet, but we are live.
Maybe there's someone lurking. Sometimes. You all right?
That was that was me fucking up once again. The opening of the stream, but this time you were talking to, so nobody cares. And there's no one here yet.
I mean, come on. The only people who will even hear that is anyone watching the stream afterwards.
True that. Just go forward like half a minute and you'll be done. So, but yeah, no, I haven't done much of research into what nice topic we could talk about today.
And I haven't done any.
I was thinking about... Oh, sorry, go on.
No. I was just going to say, we had about 5-10 minutes of planning for this one. As much as that.
Hi there, Michael. I just got home from work, so...
Yeah. And I looked in the supermarket, and there's only Emmental, not Emmentaler. So I couldn't buy the proper stuff. Sorry, Michael. It seems British supermarkets hate Switzerland.
So yeah, so today I was thinking about what could we talk about, and I'm like, I have no idea. So actually, John and I were talking before we went live about Twitter, and it's kind of funny how nearly all platforms are turning extreme left.
Oh, they're preparing for the 2020 election, remember?
True that. But I'm not sure if they can do the same as they did in 2016. Where they actually tried to stop Trump from getting any votes. And that worked so well.
Oh, it did. Now, someone pointed out, because there was an article or an announcement by somebody who used to work for Google. Was it Google? And they rigged the search algorithms.
Yeah, Google.
And this guy calculated how many votes it made a difference to. Mm-hmm. And the best thing about it is it provides a great answer to Hillary winning the popular vote, because without that fixing, she wouldn't even have done that.
Mm-hmm.
It's category styling.
You don't put it on styling?
Maybe you should give us some styling tips.
Okay. Well, I have no styling tips.
Styling?
Yeah.
Michael, you've seen me. I don't do styling at all, ever.
Yeah.
I'm incapable. I'm a style-free zone.
Yeah.
Modred's going, yeah, tell us about it.
Yeah, no, I'm just like, yeah. Yep, this will fill in a few more minutes.
I don't even know what he means anyway by...
I'm not sure why it is there, mate.
So why is this stream under practical tips and styling? I have absolutely no idea.
That would be my fault, but I have no idea why.
How to and style. You somehow managed to click the wrong category, Martha.
I didn't put anything on it. I didn't even put search words on it because I had no idea what we're going to go on about.
Yeah. No, I've seen it, Michael. It says category, how to, and style.
Why does it say that?
Under category, click down the what they call it, low bar. I heard people call it the low bar, and it says category, how to, and style.
Oh right, I have no idea why. Well, it's as good a category as any, I guess.
Sue Modway, not me.
No. Wait a second. I know why. It's a how to be a bastard, and it's the style of totally not giving a fuck.
Video description.
Yeah, that's the thingy it's in.
Yeah, I know, but people call it the low bar. Okay,
Oh,
I'm just
okay.
saying that people say in the low bar all the time, and Michael knows this because the people at Honey Badger Radio do it, and he watches as much Honey Badger Radio as I do.
I always call it in the description, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean the description's a good word, but
Yeah. And nobody cares.
I always explain to add.
Some black tape to sensitive body parts. That would be your topic.
well, ludicrous leprechauns just come home from the Spider-Man movie.
Oh. The Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Hot chicken is hot. So, but yeah, no, we could talk about what's that group that sung YMCA again? Wasn't that a Village People?
Oh God, don't! I hated them.
It was the Village People, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I never understood why they were funny.
They weren't funny.
Well, they weren't good.
Yeah.
So
Since
they
when
must
have
be
being
funny.
good ever made any difference to the pop charts?
True that. So, today I was talking to John about some funny talks on Twitter. Because people
Funny
are so
talks. No, he means some Twitter drama and a bit of a row.
I wouldn't call it drama. It's
Well,
kind of funny.
it was nonsense, meaningless, and generally bullshit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'd call it drama.
Because I was wrong because I didn't know how to spell empirical. All the rest of the points are spot on, but I spelled empirical wrong, therefore I'm wrong. But yeah. And, John, is it true that the yellow shirt of the Tour de France is now set in stone?
Yep.
Okay, I thought it was the race on Champs-Élysées that was the
Yeah,
last.
but it's always protocol that no one challenges for the yellow jersey on the final day.
Ah, okay.
So the yellow jersey gets a procession in, while the sprinters get to race for the stage because it's a very prestigious stage to win.
Okay. But we have a Colombian winner this year.
We have the first ever.
Yes.
And the first for exactly 100, the youngest for exactly 100 years.
Well, yeah, not the first in 100 years.
No, the youngest for exactly
Yeah,
100
okay.
years.
Well, that's cool, though.
The last person younger than him was in 1909.
Hi there, Leprechaun. And here you have it, people. Tour de France facts you can't get at school.
And yesterday's stage was cancelled because they had to stop it early because of a hailstorm that caused mudslides.
I heard about that one. They
It
weren't
was,
sure.
weren't sure. It was highly dangerous. It was a very
Yeah, but they started and they weren't sure if they should have started.
No. No, the hailstorm came out of nowhere, and it wasn't that they started and didn't think they should start. It just came out of nowhere, and they just had to cancel it. Basically, call a halt 30 kilometers early.
Okay. But yeah, reality happens. Real life happens even for TV. And for the Tour de France.
Hey, great pictures. I've been filming bits and sending them to Alicia so you can see lovely bits of France.
Isn't that the whole reason why people watch the Tour de France to begin with, though?
Well, it's not the whole reason. Some of us actually enjoy the cycling, but it is the race is sponsored by the French Ministry of Tourism.
Yeah. Because most people watch it because of that.
No,
I'm
but
really sure of it because they actually commercialized it a few years ago in the Netherlands. Come watch France whilst the Tour de France is going on.
Well, yeah. But here's the thing. So anyway, I was filming because I record it on my iPad and then I'll send short video clips to Alicia so she can see it. And she said, "Oh, and that's amazing." And I'm saying, "Yeah." But here's the thing: you only get to see those particular views from the helicopter.
Mm.
So if you went there in person, you wouldn't get those views.
No.
And here's the thing. Okay, so the camera crews who fly in the helicopters are all self-employed. And what it is you qualify as a aerial camera person, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they hire the helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
To become a qualified camera person, the equipment and the training is at least £1 million.
Yeah.
And then you will only get chosen for something like the Tour de France on reputation. And how do you get a reputation? You know what I mean? It's like, so even if you had £1 million and you invested in it all, you wouldn't guarantee you'd be considered good enough to actually get a slot.
Mm-hmm.
And to be quite honest, half the time you think, well, if I wasn't up here with the views from the helicopter, it wouldn't be quite so good after all.
Yeah. And that's the thing, though. There's this castle on a rock island. I forgot the name. It always comes back.
Huh?
I forgot the name of it.
Rock? You mean Saint Michel?
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, Saint Michel. It's off the Brittany coast. Mont Saint Michel.
Let me see if it's Saint Michel. Yeah. Yeah, it is. And they always have beautiful images of this one coming by.
I have actually been there when I was younger.
Oh.
Because not in it, but past it. And oh, look, there's some Mont Saint Michel, because it's one of these things where it looks amazing to look at. So when you're on the mainland.
Wait a sec. Because obviously we're talking about it. Therefore, boom. People should see it. That is Saint Michel.
Mm-hmm.
It is beautiful, though. I mean, you can say what you want.
You mean say what you want?
You can say what you want.
Why do you assume people would disagree that it's beautiful?
Because there will be people who will disagree.
Well, then they're just cantankerous gits, and they can go fiddle.
And they can say,
I like that one with the that one. Yeah, I like that one with the sea in.
This one?
Yeah, because they have the causeway, but the causeway only is there when it's low tide.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing, though, that people actually live there still.
Well, it was a religious monastery.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's an interesting anecdote, Michael. Apparently, he recognized that he needed glasses because of this image. But it's a beautiful image. I don't like it like this, to be honest. I like it at a slight angle.
Yeah, but
Like
that angle is the one you would actually see.
Yeah.
Whereas the other ones are the airborne ones.
Yeah, these are the airborne ones, but I like it better as an airborne one, to be honest.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I mean, I could imagine myself living there, to be honest. Couldn't you?
No.
No? Places to live.
It's in France.
Well, there is that. There is that.
Sorry.
So, you'd rather live somewhere like this. Let me see.
I'd rather stay put. For good or bad, I live where I live. And it'll do.
Something like this?
I don't know.
Share. Come on, stupid computer. There you
go. So that's Edinburgh. Dover.
Oh,
Dover
come
Castle.
on, man. It says it right there.
Well, I wasn't looking at that. I was looking at the picture.
Well, this one. But this isn't really nice.
That is an abbey, and it's a ruin.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. It's not really nice. So how about this?
No, I told you, I live in my house, and it's fine. And no, I don't want to live down in Dover.
Hmm. Then there is
You mean
this.
St. Petersburg? No.
No. This is the St. Petersburg Caves in Maastricht in the Netherlands.
All right. Okay.
And let me see. You could
Making people through over.
this used to be throw over. Hurl. This used to be
Technically, inhabited castle. There aren't that many inhabited castles in the UK. You've got the Tower of London, Windsor Castle. I think that's the most obvious. See, in France, they have managed to maintain their chateau much better.
Yeah, but there's a difference between a castle and a chateau.
Not technically.
Yeah.
No, because when they show the chateau, which they show loads and loads of chateau, you go all the way from the castle-type ruin to the modern stately home. They use the same term.
Yes, but they're wrong. A castle.
Well, the bloody French, of course, they're wrong. It's a stupid language, but that's what they do.
But a castle is a defensive position. Now, if you look at, for example, I think this is a good one, actually. I think it's Balmoral. See, this is arguably not a castle.
Well, it's not.
Because you can enter through the windows. Whereas the previous one is arguably a castle. Windsor is arguably a castle because the first windows are, theoretically speaking, out of normal reach.
No! Sorry, Michael Keller. No! You'll be saying to accept the Germans next.
Hi there, Nick. And I do not tolerate the French. I accept them. French are humans. They can stay in France.
Look, even my relatives who are French
are barely to be accepted.
I don't even make, what I'm trying to say is I don't make exceptions for my own blood relatives who are French.
This is nice, though. But yeah, this is not a castle. This is a keep, more or less.
Well, once you have cannon, the defensive abilities of castles. No, Margaret. Once you have cannon and gunpowder, castles stop really being effective.
That's not really true, because what they first did when cannons came were the how do you call it? I forgot the name. Vestingen. Anyway, so this is a typical Dutch castle, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the water, as it should be. Okay, you have them on land as well, but still in the water. This is a land one, I know, but this isn't a castle. This is a mansion.
Mm-hmm.
One could even say, well, maybe it's a palace. Yeah, you know what? I can go with that one.
I think the naming is random. So, like in Britain, you can have a castle, you can have a stately home, a home.
Yeah.
What does that tell you? A home. Well, usually the stately homes are the biggest of them all.
Yeah, because if I look at this one, I would say this is a palace, but it's not a castle. I mean, this is not really defendable. But you were talking about because of gunpowder. I'm going to find if I can see. Ah, right. This is a good one. This is what you had. This is because it's a defensible city, Vestingstad.
Mhm.
But you had this with castles too, that they made these pointed. This they did because of firepower. Now this is a fortress that became a city.
Yeah, you had fortresses, and I'm not saying you didn't have fortresses.
Yeah, but you also had
they
castles.
stopped. They essentially prior to gunpowder, the castle was generally a residence of the lord, right?
Yeah.
And after gunpowder, they tended to build places to live, not as defensive.
True. Yeah, that is true.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's not that they didn't have forts. It's just a fort stopped being the home of the lord.
But that was a turnover moment, and I'm trying to something like this. See, this is one of those turnover areas where they had their own small defensive works and a small, well, in this case, a small palace, or rather a big mansion. So it's not really a castle, but it still is a little bit of a castle because of the defensive fortifications. But yeah, they stopped making they stopped making defensive castles like this, and they started making areas defended.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they put the army in instead of just the household of the lord.
Trying to fuck it. We've seen enough interesting images. The Tower of London was partly used as prisons. My sincere condolences, young. In Switzerland, it's easy. Did a king live there? Castle. No king living, but there are knights. Castle. All the same as. Right. Yeah. So basically, every house could be a castle.
Like in France. See, chateau. It's all chateau.
Yeah. Anyway, so what would be a nice place to live? Anyone suggesting anything?
I told you, I'm staying put. Therefore, here, my house is a nice place to live. That's what they say, ludicrous. What about the Irish? Is an Irish person's home their castle or just an English person's?
Well, I'm not Englishman, but my home is still my castle.
No. But the expression is an Englishman's home is his castle. Yes, we know. But
well, in the Netherlands, we say a house is a man's castle or a home is a man's castle. Not an Englishman. Anyway.
Well, obviously, because you're not English.
Well, there is that. That is true. But there are so many more redeeming features on me than just me not being English.
You're funny.
I don't
Helena. Yeah, because Napoleon found it. Apparently, it's a dump anyway.
I heard so too. Though there are still people living there.
Well, yeah.
How about this though? Norway?
No. I tell you where. If money were no object, Lake Como. Lake
Como, Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I can understand that. Oh, I'm terrible with typing. Fuck it. Come on. English person, since when are we gendering in here? Oh, I don't do on gender. Gender is a linguistic tool.
Yeah. No. Okay. I am all in favor of gender of sex neutral language. Okay.
Okay.
Which is why I call myself a widow, not a widower, because it's a widow. Okay. But it also then gives me the moral authority to complain like shit at these stupid feminists coming up with sexist terms like manspreading.
Yeah, but that's because feminists are really good at confusing the situation.
No, being hypocrites.
Well,
But
that
yeah.
No. Well, yes.
No, you need a nice long view of the lake.
Oh, you mean like that?
Yeah, that's better.
See, I don't understand how people can put a swimming pool in a lake. I'm like, what the fuck? Come on, man. That's just silly.
Yeah, they showed this lake in France yesterday, a mountain lake, and there was like all the water sports and everything. But apparently, even despite all the human activity, the water is so clean you can still drink it.
Oh, right. I didn't know that. Oh, you could drink it, but could you survive?
No. They reckon that the official advice is it's safe to drink.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. Very American attitude, that one, Nick.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind to live there, though. Yeah, fair is fair.
Well, no, you see, here's the thing. Okay. So, I suspect it's attached to a hotel. And hotels might find it beneficial to advertise having a swimming pool. Because people will just look it up. Oh, they got a swimming pool. Not, no, we don't need one. There's a bloody lake there.
Mm-hmm. Ah, okay, Michael, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's a heated pool. How about this, though? Giethoorn. Giethoorn is often called the Venice of the North. It's a small city in the Netherlands, not far from me.
Yeah, I've got to say the architecture in Venice is a lot nicer.
Yeah, but the difference is Venice is an open sewer. This is not.
No, I didn't say anything about the waterways. I talked about the architecture.
You know, but there's something nice about thatched roof like this.
Okay.
I can't afford it.
The architecture of Venice is much nicer than that. Don't you understand? Obviously, this is merely an opinion.
Well, no, you're simply wrong.
No, I'm not wrong. It's an opinion. And my opinion is right for me. You don't have to agree. You could say, no, you prefer that. I'm saying the architecture in Venice is much nicer.
And this is in Utrecht. Someone made a picture of someone going in
and
a
they
gondola.
stole a gondola.
And they stole a gondola. Well, it's better than a bike, I guess. Not a lot better.
Depends if you got to go to the shop, because it's a bit of a bugger once you leave the water.
What's this? Well, this looks interesting. Well, anyway.
Yes. Come to Europe. Oh, for goodness sake. Come to Europe.
Netherlands, that's where you want to be.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Modway spends his whole time moaning about the temperature. Trust me, you don't.
It's hot here. Most people like it.
That's what I'm saying. Spend the whole time moaning about the temperature.
Yeah, it's fucking hot. But there are people who actually enjoy that sort of shit.
I know. I don't understand them either, but... Why would someone move into the EU? That's a very good point, Michael.
I have to admit to that one as well. I wouldn't know if it weren't for the fact that the Netherlands is pretty cool. It is. Yeah, it is. I mean, this
social justice central, but it's cool. Social.
No. It's not that. It's bad here, but it's not that bad.
You say that now.
Well, it's true. It's true. I mean, yes, we have a central regulated government when it comes to what our pay is. And still there are women talking about how women get paid less than men, even though pay is regulated and you're not allowed to pay anyone less than anyone else. So, yeah. So yeah, no, I mean, I'm thinking, where would you want to live? Well, you want to live where you're living now, city.
Inertia. No, inertia. My house. I don't care. It's like inertia. It's like I've got a house.
Mm.
It's paid for. I live in it. There's no hassle involved. Thank you very
But
much.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind to have a bit of land to build something for myself.
Oh, for goodness sake, Lord, no. Sounds like hard work.
Let me see if I can find a good visualization of something that I wouldn't mind going to live in. Whilst I'm talking to you guys, how I'm looking for a nice visualization, which I can't find, obviously, because that's how it goes. Oh, sorry. So, yeah, it is hot. Check for Locarno. Okay, what's Locarno? Locarno is Italy.
It's a lake in Switzerland, I think.
I thought it
Down
was
the French border.
oh, that looks that's pretty nice view as well. I'll share it so that people know what the fuck I'm on about. Because today we're going to share the world. But yeah, Locarno does look nice. Very planned though. I mean, look at this. Oh, come on. Come on. Doesn't drag.
At the Italian border. Oh, well, obviously I don't know where it is. I thought it was. Yeah,
but this area looks very planned. Nothing wrong with that though. Hi there, Daisy. Happy weekend to you too. We're talking about places we would like to live. Well, everyone but old fart.
Yeah,
well,
older fart. Everyone but older fart. Who's happy where he is because, okay, it's easy to be dissatisfied, to always want something better, but to be satisfied with your lot in life, that is the true mark of contentment, in my opinion.
But then, if that's the true mark of contentment, what's the true mark of contempt? Because that's so close together.
Only if you say them in a funny accent.
Right.
Oh, for goodness sake. I typed
something. Shake.
No, I typed something 2 minutes ago and I thought I pressed return and I'm looking and it's still sat there. You'd like to live in California, Daisy. At this rate, you'll be alone because no one else does.
Yeah, indeed. Bloody
Even the
hell.
Californians are leaving California.
Let me see. I really am. Okay. This is. Yeah. This comes closer. But these are not good images.
Yes, it is, but not directly ludicrous.
Between shit and syphilis.
It's also between aardvark and zebra.
Yeah, but that's.
No, but shit and syphilis aren't that close either. That's my point.
Well, they're a lot closer, though.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Do the hippie shake. Oh, I'm sorry.
Mexicans. Mexican. No, not Mexican. Sorry, I apologize.
No, Mexicans don't want to live in...
Guatemalans, Ecuadorians, Salvadorians.
Now, I'm trying to find a nice ring defense vesting for Viking houses like this. I would love to live in a house like this. Let me show you its features. No,
Has it got all mod cons?
I wouldn't mind living in a house like this. A long house.
Long house. It's awfully a lot of effort to maintain. No natural light, and probably drafty as fuck, especially in the winter.
No, that's not true because it's very easy to prevent it from being drafty.
Oh no! You could get a cable in Ludicrous, and then you could make your own Wi-Fi.
Ah, Ludicrous says no Wi-Fi. Ludicrous, this is an ongoing debate amongst Viking reenactors. We are pretty sure that the Vikings had Wi-Fi. You know why?
Really?
Yeah, because no one found the cable, so it must have been Wi-Fi.
Oh right, okay.
Indeed, Michael.
Yeah,
A
well,
long house.
I can think of worse places than Batley, Daisy. Like much like the Hughes Sways of southeast London.
Yeah. Like what?
Bermondsey.
See, the thing is, I don't think I would actually like to live in England.
That's all right. We don't want you.
Wales might be nice, though.
Depends. North Wales is lovely. It says here.
Yeah.
For his ancestors.
And
all that beautiful place.
Against the Scottish borders, the lowlands of Scotland are pretty nice too. I don't like the Highlands really, but the lowlands are pretty nice. Those earth houses, you mean like that? Why I say talking about earth houses? Let me see if I can find a good image. I like them as well, to be honest. I'm going to share this one. Come on. I'm really good at this whole sharing thing. Boom, something like this. Obviously, it doesn't get bigger than that. Bloody hell. So the houses like this are
they like the old Iron Age ones they find on places like Orkney?
Yeah. And they're quite nice. They're pretty cool in summer and pretty warm in winter, actually. But depending on how big you make them, of course. But
oops.
Or a modern longhouse. This is pretty much a modern longhouse. Let's be honest.
Okay, I'm for bricks, mortar, wood, central heating, full plumbing.
Well, you can have all of that.
No.
Why not?
Because it just doesn't seem right.
Well, of course, you can have plumbing and.
Imagine the hairy feet yak.
You can have full plumbing. You can have central heating. You can have electricity. No problem.
And you can have a nice modern house. Yes, I think I would.
Yeah. But it can still look like a cool old house.
No.
Yeah, good.
No.
Okay, guys. Agree with old fart or agree with older fart? Old looking house with all modern conveniences, yes or no? I say yes.
Well, you do you, mate. You do you, I'll do me, and for me it's a no.
No, this is a popularity contest. This is
not a popularity
contest.
It
is. I'm more popular than you, and I want to see it.
Look, mate, you can have all the votes, right? I'll even give you mine. But the point is, I won't.
No, that's true. That. But talk about silly houses, though. Let me see. And there are people who would actually want to live in these. Let me see. Oh, why the hell are you so slow? There we go. Okay, so now we do this. Do this again. This is a very interesting non-topic today. But can you imagine people want to live in something like that?
In something like, sorry, you haven't shared it. You haven't shared it.
I know, I'm slow.
Oh, my giddy aunt, yes. When architects take too much acid.
Yeah. One moment. I have to block it out a little bit. One sec, I'll be right back.
A yurt is a lovely dwelling. I live in a trailer house. My wonder is not that it was designed, not even that it was built, is that they managed to get people to move in.
Yeah, well, this is what it looks like from the inside. I mean...
Yeah, well, obviously.
This is a torture device for all I care.
The modern world is messed. No, on acid, Michael Keller, not drunk, on acid.
Well,
either that or they were too much of a fan of Picasso.
No, I wouldn't even say Picasso. More, what's the other one? The one with the weird mustache.
Salvador Dali.
Dali, that's the one. You'd wait for them to melt and yeah. That's ugly.
Yeah, but they're all the bloody Spaniards. They're all a bit cracked.
Well, that's what you have when you have people fighting to become socialist.
No, but they were before that.
Yeah. Before they started fighting, you mean? Okay, that's just me being silly. Never mind. No, but... Okay, so... Daisy, you wanted to live in California. Is there anything interesting in No, there's nothing in... No, never mind. I'm not going to do it. Anyone else got a good idea for living?
Yeah. Well, if he'd lived 300 years later, Michael Keller.
Well, yeah, those cube houses are actually modern, and I'm like, I wouldn't even want to be prisoned there. Well, I would want to be prisoned everywhere, I guess. I would say it's more like an MC Escher house.
I don't think we need to actually argue over who would be the best artist to ascribe it to.
True.
At least until modern art, people actually did art instead of throw paint to canvas.
You can mine your own home in Australia that pays for itself. What? How?
Because there's diamonds.
Really?
Mm-hmm. There are areas in the outback, and people buy them, and they mine, and then they might find diamonds, and they turn them into houses because it's so hot on the surface that it's actually much better to live underground.
Oh, makes sense actually. No, well, it does make sense. Fair is fair. Anyone else has got a nice idea? Yeah, in the Netherlands, the thing in the Netherlands. Oh, sorry, go on.
No, I'm just going to say, as long as we build that wall round London, I don't care.
Yeah. Well, are you still wanting that wall, though? Now Boris Johnson is in control of Parliament.
The retards still exist, and they still are concentrated inside the M25, and therefore, just because... And anyway, Boris Johnson, okay. He's a proud feminist. Sorry, Dave.
Yeah, but he's a kind of sort of person that is proud feminist like all those rapists are. I'm not saying he's a rapist, but he's the same sort of feminist.
No. He's...
Yeah.
Here's the thing. He clearly lacks a discerning judgment.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, equality. Okay. All politicians should be in favor of equality.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't mean they have to go around insisting they're feminists, especially when the feminists hate them for it. It's like, how dare these conservative men call themselves feminists? That's shocking.
True that. But
are you a feminist? I believe in equality. That's a good answer. You don't need to say any more.
Are you a feminist? I believe in equality. Therefore, no.
No, but you don't need to say anymore. You can just say, if you're asked, I believe in equality. That's all you need to say.
Yeah.
Actions speak louder than words.
Well, that's true, though. I mean,
not
there's
what
nothing,
you call yourself.
Nothing from feminism that ever was about equality, to be honest. It's always been about one group. And then people say, yeah, it's been about women. No, it's also never been about women. They claim it was about women. It's only about the women that agree with them. Women that don't agree are obviously bad, wrong, and whatever.
Well, actually, it started off as just the wealthy, respectable women.
Yeah.
As per my thoughts on writing a piece on understanding the starts of feminism through the works of Jane Austen.
Yeah.
As we have discussed, you and I.
Earlier, long time ago.
Not that long ago.
Well, it's been a while. A few weeks.
I've only had the idea a week or two.
Actually, that was roughly around the time we were talking about that greater writer, Mr. Pratchett. Yeah, I have to admit, I still think he's.
I should hope you do, considering that was only a few weeks ago.
True that.
Well, exactly, Daisy. Just say, I believe in equality. There you are. You don't need anything else. It's as simple as that. I believe in equality for everybody.
No, that's true.
The end.
But the funny thing, though, is you don't need the label of egalitarian or feminist. The difference, however, is that egalitarian is someone who believes in equality, and the feminist is someone who says they are believers of equality. There is a slight difference.
And in general, an egalitarian won't insist you have the label.
Yeah, no,
an feminist will insist you have the label.
Yeah, no, I believe in equality. I'm an egalitarian. A what? Yeah, never mind. I believe in equality.
What's your point on the EU throwing Switzerland out of the secure stock exchange for not signing a surrender contract? I was totally unaware. And I say that was a narrow squeak. Well done, you escaped.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I think it's great for Switzerland. I think they should hold to their own, and the world will probably reward Switzerland for it. And most people seem to forget that Switzerland still holds a lot of international banks. So it's once again Europe shooting itself in the foot.
Yeah. And the more the EU behaves like this, like a petulant bully, the more people will finally have to admit that they're a petulant bully.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's amazing that people still don't see it, but yeah.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is that Switzerland isn't part of the European Union. So Switzerland doesn't have to do anything with the European Union. Yeah. Now, you want to be a good trade partner, but even if you don't fall under the trade negotiated rules, let's be honest, Germany's going to trade with Switzerland anyway, as will Austria.
Yeah.
Because Switzerland, I mean, London has a large bit of financial infrastructure, as does Amsterdam, as does Berlin, but Switzerland still has more. But where London has the name of being one of the bigger financial districts, that's because the financial district there are catered towards, well, the everyman, whereas Switzerland is mostly catered to the filthy rich.
Yeah, that sounds familiar, Michael. That sounds just like what our EU files do.
Yep. Well, that's kind of the problem with the EU.
4, Daisy. But Michael will tell you.
I thought there were 5 distinct groups in Switzerland.
No, I thought there were 4 official languages.
Okay. Well, Michael, help us out, mate.
Yeah. I didn't want to argue with him, but that's my thinking too, Michael.
No, yeah, the Swiss banks may be for everyone. Well, I was wrong on the 5 bit then.
London is called the world's financial capital because it's where so much of the clearing gets done. That's interbank. You see, like the Swiss have banks, okay, where people put money, but London is where the transactions and the trade goes on between the banks.
Okay, yeah, but the money gets stalled.
Yeah, but that's the point. It's not. It's as you talked about last time with the creation of credit. It's not about money anymore. It's about digits on a computer, and that happens through London.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, there is that. German, French, Italian, and Romansh. Yes, thank you. Retro Romania. Anyway, sorry, French. I'm thinking about Switzerland. A colleague of mine went to move to Switzerland, like 10 years ago now, so don't get me wrong on that one. It's not as if we kept in touch. But she went to live in Switzerland from the Netherlands. So yeah, it doesn't happen much, but apparently it does. It's I don't know. Switzerland does have its beautiful places.
Oh, I drove one day through Switzerland, and it was just the most beautiful sunny day. And we drove on the motorway, whatever they call it there in Switzerland, for a little bit, and then we came off and we just drove through all the mountains, and it was no traffic because everyone else uses the motorway, and it was just like amazing and beautiful, clear skies, and it was just stunning.
Yeah, in all fairness, that's pretty true for Austria too.
We were going from France to Italy, so it was Austria's not really en route.
True that. What's it called? The Brenner Pass.
Where they want to build that tunnel, the longest tunnel in Europe or something.
Yeah. You know, the thing is, some people are happy with the countries they live in. Some people want to live in other countries. You know, it doesn't really matter. The countries
to a degree.
Yeah, the countries may be different, but
no, I mean, it's the old question about the immigration, isn't it? Do you en masse uproot yourself and go and live somewhere else, or do you? If there's enough of you, why don't you just fix the place you're in?
That's the funny thing, though. I mean, people are talking about, yeah, but we should let more people from Africa and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you know what? Whole of Africa comes here, we go there. How long do you think it'll take before Europe becoming a shithole and Africa becoming very successful? Because it's not the environment that causes it. But you're not allowed to say that, obviously, because, what a racist are you? And I'm not even thinking
that... But it's not about race, it's about culture.
No, it's about culture. I've said that too often, haven't I?
No, well, can't say it often enough, really.
Yeah.
It's about the culture.
It's all about culture. Oh, this is funny. There's a meme basically saying, well, did you know there was a group of Scandinavians that built a replica of a Viking ship from scratch using only technology that would have been available at the time, then set sail to Norway from Norway to the US to prove the Vikings could have easily made the trip 500 years before Columbus did. And I'm like, you know what? Nice meme. But we already know that they did because we found the settlements in
I know.
Newfoundland and...
No, it just sounds like a publicity thing.
Yeah. But yeah, see, this is the thing. I was talking to a colleague yesterday about certain things that we now do, that we now think are normal within psychology. And the question was like, well, what, blah, blah, blah. And we started talking about gender dysphoria in particular. And I gave a few examples like, okay, most hallucinations you do not go along with. But in gender dysphoria, they feel like something. They have this idea in their head and we agree with them. But if you think you're Elvis Presley or the second coming of Christ, we don't believe you.
Yeah. Oh, no, exactly.
And she was like, no, because it's not that big a deal. I said, no, it's not that big a deal, but how is it different? And then she was like, oh, okay. And I'm like, good. Finally, someone that's going to say, oh, right, yeah, no. Yeah. Oh, that was another. Oh, this is another good. I have to show you guys this one. I have to look for it. Going to go somewhere else with this talk. More land is becoming available there all the time. Where?
Greenland.
Oh, in Greenland. Yeah.
One advantage of global warming. Melting ice flows, more land becomes available.
But the ice in Greenland is actually growing again.
Oh, it was a joke.
I'd still like to go there though. Ice or no?
Oh, dear.
Hallucinations or delusions? Well, in all fairness, I don't really see the big difference between them.
Yeah, I mean, they're all mental things.
Yes. Okay, I think it's that one. I'm not sure.
I mean, there was I heard about this court case, and there was a woman accused a man of some sort of sexual assault, but there was video evidence.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was like, she was like, oh, but I remember it so clearly, differently. And that's the problem, because your memories are your memories, but they aren't reality, because memories can be changed or distorted.
Mm-hmm.
But in your head, you're convinced they were what happened. But now we're getting more and more actual evidence to say, well, actually, no, we can see what happened. But with people, I mean, it's like 30 years ago, if you heard about a court case, it would be like, is there eyewitness testimony? Because that was the gold standard. Oh, there must be eyewitness testimony. Now we know eyewitness testimony is a worse shit, because people get things wrong. And we have DNA evidence that proves people get stuff wrong. And this is the problem. But people are so convinced that what they understand in their brain is reality, but it's not. It's just a processing, and perhaps an altered processing, of reality.
Yeah. But you're not allowed to question. How dare you think other than what you're being told?
Well, it's just we need to be more aware of how fallible the human mind is.
Oh, well, that's the thing, though. There's nothing more unreliable than eyewitness testimony.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But here's the thing, see, because people say, but I know what happened to me. And the point is actually, you might not.
Mm-hmm. chances are pretty big you might not. You need to train yourself to be able to do that, which sounds unlikely, which sounds weird, but this is actually, you need to train yourself to be observant. Oh, that's a good example of that. Let me see if I can find it real fast. Oh, I do hope so. This is a very simple one. There we go. I found it. Okay. Like that. Okay. I'm not sure if this is the right one, but we will find out soon enough. Share. I don't know why it has.
Oh, is this one with the thingy, and they have to count the basketballs? Yes.
Yes.
I know what's coming. So
yeah, because you've
I'll
seen
keep
it.
my mouth shut. No, I've actually never seen it. I just read about it a lot.
Okay.
I thought it was older than that. Yeah, this is just a particular example of it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to pause it. Anyone want to answer?
I wasn't counting. I knew what was coming.
Yeah. I'm going to continue because it takes time for people to... You're one short, Michael. Not bad. Did you see the gorilla? Well done, Ludicrous. 15 is the correct answer. But did you guys see the gorilla? Or am I just making up the fact, or are they just making up the fact that there was or wasn't a gorilla?
Well, there was a man in a suit, but it's a gorilla suit.
Pedantic.
Well, no, because if you said, did you see the gorilla, there wasn't a gorilla.
Yeah, fair enough.
There's a man in a suit.
Every morning in the mirror. Okay, it's copyrighted. Well, fuck them for that.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm pretty sure the experiment is much older than that.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it is. There are different ways of this experiment as well. There are also different tricks you can do. And the reason why this works, I'm going to turn it off. The reason why this works is when you start counting. If you start counting, then you have a problem seeing the gorilla because you keep track of the balls. If you don't count, you can actually see the gorilla because you're looking at the total picture.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is the difficulty about perception. And they don't say that, but this is also part of what we as humans recognize in ourselves as the perceptual set. This is what people mean when they say you have a bias in looking at certain things. Most people don't even recognize that this is what they mean, but this is what they mean. You don't always see everything because it doesn't fit in what you are thinking you are looking at.
Well, visually, we actually have a very, very small area of focus. And the reason you don't see the gorilla is because you are focusing only on the ball. You see, it actually didn't help because they had multiple balls.
Yeah.
What they should have done is only have one ball, then you could focus entirely on that one ball, and then you wouldn't see the gorilla. I don't think that was a very good example of the. But that is only one way we have bias.
Yeah, but there are other things. I mean, for example.
Yeah. So I said that's only one way. That's only one instance of the way we have biases. The point is if you have a group of people watching an event, every person might have a slightly different focus of concentration, and so see different events or interpret what they see differently. And that's just because humans, it's not like a camera recording it all equally when we actually experience stuff in real life.
Now, there's another thing that that is specific to humans. Once we have seen something, we cannot unsee it. Now, that's really weird what I'm saying, but you know those images like an old man and then the text under it, what men have on their mind, and if you then look at the image differently, you see a young woman. Now that one is quite simple because
you mean those diagrams? Yes.
Yeah. Now that one is simple because it wants you to switch between the two or be able to see them both at the same time.
There's also one that's a table and some lamps.
Yep. Or the rabbit and the duck, or an old woman and a young woman. But once you see it in one perspective, it's very difficult to see it in the other's perspective.
No, that's not true. I'm sorry. I've done those loads, and it's very easy to switch perspective.
Well, for you maybe, but on average, it's not. On average, it's not, and that's kind of interesting. Not that it matters much, but it's kind of interesting. How did we get here?
Let me see. 3 billion years ago, life started. And then after a while of asexually reproducing, one single-celled organism fused with another.
No, I'm not going back that far.
Yes, exactly, Ludicrous. I can flick between. I've never had a problem flicking between.
Yeah, but a lot of people do have a problem with that.
Oh, I didn't know. Because as I say, we were taught about these in as part of my cognition course in computer science back in the 1980s.
When you were young.
No.
And dinosaurs still roamed the earth.
No. 1980s, you old git.
Feminists are going to want the old times back for asexual reproduction.
Well, I think sending them back 3 billion years wouldn't do any harm.
I don't think I've seen that one, Daisy Pumpkin. Paris in the Spring, written in a triangle. No, I haven't seen that one. I don't think I have. Anywho, I have to admit, guys, we are doing a fun stream. No real topic. And I have to admit, I'm tired as fuck. Oh,
you've only been up 2 hours?
No, I haven't. I just came back home from work.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Can't sleep at work. So, unless someone wants to say something, I think we're going to call it.
Oh, there we go. I'll share it for you. Which
okay.
Side is it? That side. Share. Hang on.
I love Paris in the springtime. Okay. Broadcast.
Download PDF. Ah! It's talking at me. I don't like it when it talks. Okay. Oh, geez, bloody thing. I'm trying to view it. Oh, Jesus wept. Right, so where is it? Oh, jeez. You just want to see something and it's like, oh, you've got these 63 things to do instead of just frigging seeing it.
I probably didn't notice that, Daisy. Fair enough. Did John just install a virus? Well,
probably. Ah!
But that's, in all fairness, Daisy, that's almost the same thing, but there's a difference in that, because when we read, we don't read every word.
Be for
We
yourself.
skip. On average, I know, John, you're the exception. Well,
I'm a freak.
well, yes, but not because of that.
No, I am a freak because of that. I told you my brain works funny.
On average, people don't read all the words, but they can read letters. There's this one trick where you have the first and last letter of certain words, and the letters in between are all gumbled, and you can still read. You can still read what it says.
Yeah.
Because, and this is the funny thing about, for example, dyslexia. What a lot of people don't understand about dyslexia is dyslexia isn't a problem reading; it's a problem seeing the letters because they're too small to really focus on them. But people then kind of confuse it with people not being able to read, which is absolute bollocks. Well, yeah, that too. People here are used to overreading typos. Let's be honest. I make a lot of typos. John and I were actually talking before we went live how I was in an internet debate, and someone complained about me spelling empirical wrong. The way I spelled it ended on CLE instead of CAL. Well, they need to research the DNA or the National Dyslexia Association. Indeed, ludicrous. Sorry. No, but that's the thing, because people with dyslexia often don't see the sequence of letters right, because it's a focus thing. They have a problem focusing on the letters. You can actually, and I know this because I have dyslexia too, you can actually see sometimes you can see the letters more or less dancing in front of you. Well, not literally, of course, we all know that the letters aren't moving, but in our perception, they somewhat are. But wearing reading glasses actually helps. It's frustrating to correct typos in the chat. Yeah, I'm not even bothering with that. But I don't care. I mean, come on, people, we all make typos. Doesn't mean that what you say is wrong. It means that what you say is spelled wrong.
Oh, no, worse. I managed to do typos that are a correct word in terms of it's a legitimate word, just not the one my brain's thinking.
Oh, yeah, that's more, because that actually is difficult. Because then you say actually something else than that what you're saying.
Or I miss out the important modifying word, like not. So I say, I like cancer instead of I don't like cancer.
Yeah, I have that problem when I'm actually writing with a pen. Well, I don't have it that much with typing, but when I'm writing, I actually leave out words. Typing, it happens too sometimes, but far less. But when I'm writing, I actually leave out words. And I'm not aware that I do this.
No.
Which, I mean, if you would be, it would be a lot easier, obviously.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the dyslexic devil worshipper who sold his soul to Santa? No, I didn't, but it's funny. Thank you. Made me laugh.
Well,
Santana.
If that thing was a virus, it's gone. So.
Yes, and tomorrow when you turn on your computer, so will be your hard drive.
No, it was a browser add-in.
Yeah, I'm just kidding, mate. You know shit.
I do know about computers, mate.
Yes.
I don't know about games because they're boring, but I know about computers.
Did you hear about the dyslexic?
Yeah, I'm just laughing at that one.
Did you hear about the dyslexic pimp who bought a warehouse?
Well, Michael Keller, this is why, having learnt to touch type in my 20s, I nearly type everything.
Yeah, me too, in all fairness. I try to write as little as possible because, yeah. Oh, come on. I'm going to see if I can find some dyslexics, yo, because you guys made me want to find some. Let me see if I can find a funny one. My teacher told me I'd never be good at poetry because I'm dyslexic. But so far, I've made 3 jugs and a vase, and they're lovely. Oh, that's funny, actually. I'm not sure if anyone else gets it.
Oh, I didn't get it. Sorry.
My teacher told me I would never be good at poetry because I'm dyslexic.
Yes, yeah.
But so far, I made 3 jugs and a vase, and they're lovely.
Yeah.
Pottery, poetry.
Yeah.
No, not that good.
No.
Well, DNA, obviously, National Dyslexic Association. Ludicrous already brought us that gem. I'm sorry. Yes, but he was not the same dyslexic atheist who did not believe dog existed.
Mm-hmm.
Me and dyslexic sitting in a tree. Ksising. Oh my God. This joke may contain profanity. Seriously. Yeah, no, that's just silly. Anyway, very few good ones. The Dyslexic Pimp and the Warehouse. Yeah, that one I forgot. What do dyslexic zombies eat?
Brian's? See, I guessed that one.
Yeah. It's still funny to me, though. Yeah, Brian's. Yeah.
Sounds like a Christmas cracker joke.
Yeah, that's the level of it. That's for sure.
Philosophical approach. Interesting philosophy you have there, Michael. Anyway, we seem to be petering out badly.
Yeah, we are, and I'm too tired.
And we've gone over an hour, and we weren't supposed to do much more than an hour on a Saturday. And the poor people in the audience, those still clinging on for dear life.
Yeah.
I think we should release them from the torment.
Yes. A dyslexic man walks into a bra.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that was the last one. I'm sorry, guys. I know. I'd like to thank everyone for coming. I'm sorry that I'm calling it short.
No, it's long. It's an hour and 20 minutes.
That's true. We are longer than an hour once again, but let's be honest. Most of our streams are 2 hours anyway, whether we say we're going to do it for an hour or not. Did I decide where to live? Well, in all fairness, Michael, I am quite happy with the city I'm living in now. And I like to dream, but I don't have the money. If I had money, I would like to have a large plot of land and build a few long houses and start my own village. Well, I've got a few mates who would love to come live like that as well. But yes, I wish everyone a happy Sunday. Unfortunately for me, tomorrow I have to work once again, and it's still sweltering hot in this country. Should be a law against that. Not that laws would help, but
yeah, no. I need to eat cheese now.
I need to eat cheese now.
Just don't mention Emmental. Get Michael all upset.
Isn't it Emmentaler?
No.
Oh.
In Britain, they sell Emmental. And that's what got him upset, because it's properly called Emmentaler. But all the stuff they sell is Emmental.
Okay.
Because that's trademarked. Emmental is trademarked, and so all the stuff that's made in Holland, which
It's not
is what,
Emmentaler.
yeah.
And Michael, I am happy with my job. I really like my job, so that there is that. Leprechaun, I thought there were laws about temperature of work areas. Yes, but they don't really care that much. I work in a hospital. Officially, it's called a hospital. And yeah. Now, if you work in a hall or like a factory, then they could say, okay, if it's too hot, then you have to work shorter hours or something like that. But that doesn't
Well,
come up for us.
what I want to know is, if it's a hospital, why don't they give out hospitality? Just say.
Yeah, okay, fair. Anyway, people, thank you for joining us this sweltering evening, though it's not as bad as last Wednesday. Wednesday was far hotter, let's be honest.
Well, it's cooled down a bit here.
Yeah.
So, Modwayne, pull the plug. Good night.
Pull the plug. Thank you all for coming. Bye.